today, check this out. We're talking about the villain of ZooJourn, the board game ZooJourn. And that's this guy, the Pernicious Poacher. When he's on the board, bad things can happen, or good things, depending on if you place him right. So, we talked about the fact that at the beginning of the game, the Pernicious Poacher is not on the board. But you'll notice that there's a Pernicious Poacher icon on every continent. Actually, Asia has two. And when you land on the Pernicious Poacher icon, you can place that poacher on any unoccupied animal sanctuary. So, for example, in Asia, the yellow zoologist is on the animal sanctuary, so I cannot place the poacher there. But in South America, I can place him because that spot is open. And what happens is anybody who is on that continent then has to lose cards to me, animal cards. So there are a lot of details about this, but I'm just going to go over just briefly how it works. If a player has 6 or fewer cards, they lose 1 card. But if they have more than 6, they lose enough cards to bring it down to 6. So for example, say the green zoologist just won a big challenge and all of a sudden they have 9 cards in their hand. They would have to lose 3 cards to me. So in this case, the green one would lose 3 cards to me. Say the blue zoologist only has 4 cards in their hand. They would have to just give me 1 card, but I'm stealing their animal cards. And then once the poacher's on that continent, it becomes a no-go zone. Every spot becomes just a pass spot, and you have to get off the continent as soon as possible. And then after this point, once the Pernicious Poacher is on the board, it gets moved around. Anytime somebody lands on the Pernicious Poacher spot, they can move it and steal animals from anybody who is on that continent as long as the animal sanctuary spot is open. So it can get very tense, especially later in the game when a lot of players have a lot of cards, and the tide can switch back and forth between who has the most cards. And then you want to get those animals to the animal sanctuary for points, and that's what we'll talk about in our last video.